to see you. I'm Susan Hendricks, and today for Richard Lui. Let's get right to it. The healthcare reform bill is now law, but the debate is far from over. Just minutes after President Obama signed it yesterday, officials from 14 states sued to try to block a mandate that will require you to have health insurance. They say it violates the Constitution. President Barack Obama spoke about the battle behind the new law. Here it is. Meanwhile, the president will get out his pen again today. President Obama will sign an executive order ensuring the new health care law does not change tight restrictions on federal funding of abortion. Remember, he promised the order in a last-minute deal to get support from Democrats opposing abortion. Restrictions ban federal funds for abortion except for certain cases, such as when a mother's life is in danger. To stop Michael Jackson's doctor from practicing medicine in the state while he is on trial. The motion was filed yesterday, but Conrad Murray's attorney called it disingenuous because Murray has no office or patients in California. In another new development, the attorney for Jackson's father is responding to accusations that Murray stopped CPR to hide drug vials in Michael Jackson's room. Story, a lesbian who wanted to go to her high school prom won and lost in court yesterday, you could say. A judge ruled that the school violated her First Amendment rights when she was told she wouldn't be allowed to bring her girl. A man suspected of killing and raping 11 women is scheduled in court this morning. Anthony Sowell has a pretrial hearing in what is known as the House of Horrors case. Authorities say they found the remains of his alleged victims strangled in his home in Cleveland. He may face the death penalty if he is convicted. He pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Here's Rafer to explain all of this. Hey, Rafer, what's the latest?
Yeah, Susan,
we're checking out your weather on this Wednesday, and some areas are pretty nice, like the East Coast and maybe Los Angeles, but how's it looking in between? Some late season storms, right, Bob?
I'll tell you, exactly. And the West Coast is going to be good in just a little bit.
Texas is really getting slammed this year.
Yeah, they're going to get hit with not only some snow in the Panhandle, but severe weather, possibly Dallas today.
Still?
Yeah, indeed.
All right. Bob, thanks.
All right.
Well, this is a problem most of us would love to have. Two elderly sisters who spent years gambling together are now in court battling over a $500,000 lottery win. New this morning, I know, battling over a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
A safety warning about baby slings has now turned into a recall. More than 1 million baby slings made by Infantino are being recalled because of claims linking them to 3 deaths. Jennifer Westoven has been following this story. Such a sad story, and a lot of people have them. And they're wondering, what should we do?
A lot of people do, and the basic message is you
Like they used to.
I'm okay with it.
All right, thanks, Jen. One affair with a married man could cost her a whole lot of money. Why she may have to pay $9 million for sleeping with someone else's husband. It is true. Welcome back. Well, today we are answering your questions on healthcare reform. Now that Well, he is referring to the mandate for everyone to buy health insurance. It doesn't kick in for another 4 years, though. But if you're still in charge of enforcing all those rules, the IRS, of course, you will be likely to have to fill out extra pages on your state return to prove that you are covered. Republicans say the IRS will need as many as... Get this story. A North Carolina woman won millions in court after her husband cheated on her. But here is the twist. It is not the husband who owes her $9 million. It is the mistress. The wife used a centuries-old law to sue the mistress for what is so-called alienation of affection, essentially blaming her for destroying the marriage. It is a law that is only on the books in 7 states, by the way.
Which 7? Smart.
I'm not sure. We'll find out.
That's
which
genius.
7. Well, a key development in the Ben Roethlisberger sexual assault case now. Investigators say they will not seek a DNA sample from the star quarterback. Will not. Rafer's here with the update. Hey, Rafer.
Yeah, which contradicts the position from them, what they said earlier, Susan. We have confirmed that investigators...
Coverage.
And that's all. You don't even need to see you.
No,
and
stick
I'm
around,
out of here.
please.
No, that's
come
good.
back.
No, I got things to do.
I chased him off.
Bye.
Well, spring break usually means fun in the sun, right? Rafer! But too much can lead to some serious problems later. The best way to protect yourself may be sunscreen, but what to do with all those SPFs? What do they really mean? We're going beyond the surface to find out. Good advice, ways to protect yourself in the sun. Well, your cell phone could someday help you avoid long lines at the airport. Your middle school principal decided to put a stop to kids behaving. President Obama used 22 pens to sign the health care bill into law. So what happened to all those pens? Well, Winfrey and the former head of her girls' school settled a lawsuit after what their lawyers called a woman-to-woman talk. Oprah, a guy in New Hampshire strolled right into a jewelry store, hoisted himself up on the counter, and helped himself to a big fat diamond. Check Check it out. The principal of a middle school in Portland, Oregon says the kids are getting way too friendly these days. And one student who agreed with the new rules said there was a lot more than hugging going on. That's what I thought, right? If you're heading to the airport today, you may have a bit of a delay in New York, but Bob, it's getting better than it was earlier this morning.
Yeah, 63-minute delay in LaGuardia right now. Hugging, if it's keeping you from class, that might be a problem, right?
That's a long hug.
That's a long hug at that. Just about 63 minutes in LaGuardia.
Could
More
be
than that a
worse.
little bit. It could be a lot worse.
All right, Bob, thank you.
Okay.
We're talking about Nadia Suleiman now. That's the octuplets mom. She is fighting to keep her home. There was a bit of an oops during the healthcare signing yesterday. Those were the headlines for you on this Wednesday. I'm Susan Hendricks in Today for Richard Lui. Good to see you. Well, there is one thing that is getting a lot of buzz from yesterday's healthcare reform signing. If you haven't heard, the vice president, when he said this is a big expletive deal, if it weren't for those microphones on the podium, we may have never known that he said that. As you saw, the president didn't even flinch. Well, Senate Republicans are trying to bog down or even block the new law with a bunch of new amendments. New for you in just about 15 minutes. We will break down what is in those proposals, and get this, at least one deals with who can get Viagra. Well, Florida officials have released over 900 new documents in the Casey Anthony investigation. She is a Florida mom, as you know, charged with killing her own. It's called Anthony's defense team for comment on those allegations. We will share any response with you once we get it. Now, Kaylee's remains. Sandra Bullock's publicist is denying reports that the actress has met with attorneys to talk about divorce. We are talking about your weather today, and if you're stuck right there in the middle, maybe Kansas City, you're looking at some wet stuff, some rain, possibly even snow. Bob's been following this one. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, we've got a conga line of storms, really. One exiting the East Coast, one right across the middle of the country, another one.
But you can ski.
Hey, at least it's something, right?
There you
go.
Thank you, Bob.
Yep.
Remember that Beatles song that goes, "Money can't buy me love"? Well, a new study says kids may like this. Some schools in Illinois may be cutting back to a 4-day school week to save money. So it's good to hear she wants to study. Chicago's mayor and local teachers' unions are against the move. The bill now goes to the state Senate. We may see more tension between the U.S. and Israel. Officials in Jerusalem gave final approval this morning to a controversial, that is, construction project opposed by. There is a trend at teens' parties that is scaring health and drug experts. Kids are smoking something called K2 and Spice. It's an herbal product that is supposed to get them high, just like smoking marijuana, but it's illegal. The herbs are sprayed with substances that mimic THC. One toxicologist says some kids have had bad reactions, probably because contaminants that get in when it's manufactured. You know, the countdown is on. The question is, are your taxes done yet? Just 22 days left. Morning Express wants to help you get the maximum refund possible. Money expert Jennifer Westover is here to explain it to you. Hey, Jen.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, we want you to get,
what's views question this afternoon, and Rochelle Carey is here to tell us more about it. The question is, do you think the video should be released or not? We're asking our audience.
That is exactly the question. Similar cases, Susan, where the court stepped in and did not release something that was technically a matter of public record.
I think the viewers will say, listen to her family. That's what I think.
That's a good guess. We'll see.
Rochelle, thank you. You don't want to miss this. A toddler got away from a daycare center and the bull. Senators will continue debate today on the so-called fixes bill. That is the last piece of the health care reform puzzle, you could say. Republicans have proposed dozens of amendments in an effort to get it sent back to the House. Here is one example here. Republicans say they are simply doing whatever they can do to stop a bill they believe the public is opposed to. Here's that story we told you about before the break. A toddler got out of his daycare and wandered near a busy, understandably so. Why she's so upset. She says the daycare fired the two teachers who were supposed to be keeping an eye on her son. Well, we are talking sports now, and Tiger is getting ready for his comeback at the Masters, as you know. But one report says his wife, Elin, will not be there. Here's Rafer to explain this one. Some new information on his wife.
Potentially, anyway. I mean, in the past, when Tiger has won, his wife and his children.
Going off the popularity of the movie. Rafer, thank you. Well, firefighters were battling a fire so big, people said it could be seen for miles. It broke out in this From prisoner to writer, one young man finds his calling behind bars. Now, Dwayne Betts wants to pass along what he has learned about life to others. Christy Paul has the story in this Leaders with Heart. Lesson there. Well, it may take more than exercise than you think to keep the pounds from piling on as you get older. Welcome back. The murder against a former professor accused in a campus shooting will go to a grand jury. The trial in Alabama. We now know who left a note at Senator Ted Kennedy's grave. It was his. A play that portrays a Jesus-like character as being gay is causing The play first premiered in New York in 1998 and has been produced several times around the world. Miley Cyrus was the mentor for the contestants this week. She will perform tonight. We find out who did not make the cut. Well, it may take at least an hour a day of moderate exercise for women to maintain a normal weight. As lots of studies have looked at money and happiness, but it is the end of an era for the U.S. military. In the next few weeks, the Army will buy its last. There are new legal moves against Michael Jackson. Can Rosie really be the next Oprah? That is next on Showbiz Tonight. Have a great day.